ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ம ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்ரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததாயத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாதே யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். யோ நித்யமச்சுத பதாம்புஜே யுக்மருக்ம வியாமோஹத ஸ்ததிதராணி திருநாய மேனே. अस्मद्गुरोर् भगवतोऽस्य दैकिसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. मातापिता युवतयः स्तनयाभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेरुकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगळं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं शरश्च महताह्वय भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाः भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेण परकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं. गुरुमुखमणतीत्य प्राह वेदानशेषान् नरपतिपरिकृतं शुल्कम् आदातुकामः ஸ்வசர மகனவந்தியம் ரங்கநாதஸ்ய சாட்சாத் த்விஜகுலதிலகம் தம் விஷ்ணுஜித்தம் நமாமி. மின்னார் தரமதில் சூழ் வெள்ளிபுத்தூர் என்னொருகால் சொன்னார் கழக்கமலம் சூடினோம் இந்நாள் கிழியறுத்தான் என்னுடைத்தோம் கீழ்மேலைச் சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து. பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பற்றபிரான் வந்தான் என்று இந்திய சங்கம் எடுத்தூத வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய 10. திவ்ய பிரபந்தம்'s meanings are being enjoyed in English for the last little while. We are actually entering into our 25th lecture in our series. We started with the common Thaniyans and then we enjoyed Tirupallandu. After that, we have started going through the beautiful Prabandham of periyAzhwAr Thirumozhi. This periyAzhwAr Thirumozhi is filled with Krishnanubhavam. periyAzhwAr is assuming the mood of Mother Yashoda in most of the cases, and she is singing, and he is singing these pasurams in her mood. And periyAzhwAr is enjoying all the different Krishna Leelas, right from putting him in a cradle, Krishna going on his stomach and rolling on the floor, trying to lift up his head and getting up, walking in a staggered manner, stumbling manner, clapping hands, stealing butter. Every possible Leela of Krishna, they are all enjoyed here by periyAzhwAr. We've been going through each padigam, decade, in sequence, and we completed up to the second centum. Now today we are starting the third centum. This centum starts with தண்ணீராயிரம் பிள்ளைகளோடு தளர்நடை விட்டு வருவான். That is the beginning of this decade. In this decade, periyAzhwAr is again singing as Mother Yashoda. The anubhavam here, the experience here, is a little different than what we have seen in the previous padigams. In all these 200 pasurams we have seen so far, Mother Yashoda is fully showing her love only directly towards Krishna. But in this decade, periyAzhwAr is singing in the mood of Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda has understood that Krishna is Bhagavan Sriman Narayana himself, and thinking about his supremacy. Now she is fearful to feed him with her milk. That is the theme of this particular padigam decade. So all along she had the mood of Mother Yashoda, purely loving Krishna as her son only. Suddenly she is understanding for a brief period that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He has all the qualities of Supreme Lord. So she is becoming scared to feed him. So that is the theme of the Padiham. We are enjoying the meanings of the Pasurams with the help of Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhankaram Sri Uve Anangaracharya Swami's Divyartha Deepika. This Divyartha Deepika is a beautiful, simple translation, explanation for the Pasurams given by Kanchi Swami. So let us start with the first Pasuram. தண்ணீராயிரம் பிள்ளைகளோடு தளர்நடை இட்டு வருவான் பொன்னை நெய்யோடு பாலமுதுண்டு ஒரு கொள்ளுவன் பொய்யே தமிழும் மின்னே நுண்ணிடை வஞ்சமகள் பொங்கை துஞ்ச வாய்முலை வைத்த பிரானே அன்னே உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. In all these pasurams you see உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. That is standard. I have understood about you. உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் means I have understood who you are, that you are the supreme. உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. I don't want to feed you anymore. I am very scared to feed you because of all your great acts which show that you are not a normal child. These acts show that you are a divinely capable person. So based on that understanding, I am scared now to come and feed you, like how a mother will feed a small child, her small child. So that is the theme in this whole Padiham. So let us see the first passage. தண்ணீராயிரம் பிள்ளைகளோடு. 1000 children who are all like Krishna in the age, in the growth and all of that. So all of them are looking the same way. It is said that while Krishna was born in Gokulam, 1000 other children were born. So all of them were raised together and they all grew up in the same manner. So Krishna is coming with all those 1000 children. Talarnadai ittu varuvan, with his stumbling walks. Because he is a very small child, he is not walking like a well grown up person. Rather, he is walking like a small child, struggling to walk a little bit. பொன்னை நெய்யோடு பால் அமுதுண்டு. Consuming the ghee which is in golden complexion and drinking the sweet milk. Paal amudu means sweet milk and ponnei nei, that means golden color ghee. Usually ghee is an output, a product of butter. When butter is boiled for a long time, it turns into ghee, and ghee is very useful for adding taste to our food, as well as it is supposed to be very healthy. So drinking and eating all of that, and that too through stealing from various houses, doing all of that, you still remain like an innocent boy. பொய்யே தவழும் ஒரு புள்ளுவன். Pulluvan means thief or a person who cheater. So now Krishna is crawling mischievously as if he has not done anything. மின்னேர் நுண்ணிடை வஞ்ச மகள் துஞ்ச. What did he do when he was very, very young, when he was a toddler, when he was being nursed by Mother Yashoda? At that time, Putana came with a very beautiful form, which is similar to Mother Yashoda's form. That is what is narrated here. Having minner nunnidai. The waist is like lightning, very, very thin. And also she is mischievous. She is having mischief. Such Putana, to kill her. Kongai vai vaitha pirane. one who went and placed your mouth on her bosoms. You sucked the milk and her life out of it. So you enjoyed keeping your mouth on her bosom, like a small child will enjoy that. But you ultimately killed her. உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன். Until that time, I was thinking that you are a small child, my own child. But after seeing your valorous act of killing such a huge demon, we've heard when Putana fell down, she spanned across multiple villages. That is how big she was, original form. So such Putana, when she was killed, Mother Yashoda understood that he is not a small child, but he is a real God, Supreme Lord. So she understood that. Unakammam tara anjuvan. So for you, who is like that, I am scared to feed you. Because whenever I see you, I don't see you as a child anymore. I see you as the Supreme Lord. How can anyone give milk to Supreme Lord? How can anyone nurse Supreme Lord? So I am becoming very scared. Says Mother Yashoda in this pasaram. That is the first pasaram. Second pasaram. Punpol manjanamati amuduti ponen varumalavippal. வன்பார சகடமிரச்சாடி வடக்கிலகம் புக்கிருந்து மின்போல் நுண்ணிடையாள் ஒரு கண்ணியை வேற்றுருவம் செய்து வைத்த அன்பா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. All your acts, Mother Yashoda is saying, all your acts are very mischievous. They don't fit the behavior of a child. It looks like you are someone who is superly capable, very capable. So that is what Mother Yashoda is emphasizing in each pasaram. Pon pol manjanamati amudutti ponen. I gave you a divine bath to make you shine like gold. And then I also gave you food. I offered you food. I fed you food. Doing all of this, after completing all of this, I went to take bath. Where? In Yamuna river. Usually, when there is a river, we should try to take bath in the river. Sometimes we are unable to do due to various situations. Even here in Srirangam, we have river Kaveri in both sides, but sometimes we are unable to go there. But ideally, we have to take bath in the river. And we can see Mother Yashoda is going to Yamuna to take bath. Varumalavippal. But before I come back, before I return to the home, Valparam Sagadam Irachadi. You kicked the cartwheel, which was very, very strong and very heavy. That cartwheel was possessed by a demon. And knowing that, you simply kicked your feet on the air, and the cartwheel got kicked by that act. And the Asura, the demon in there, died. So that is something you did, but you didn't stop with that. There starts your mischief. Vadakilagam pukirundu. You silently went to the northern side house. So Mother Yashoda has a house, big palace, obviously, being the queen of the Gokulam. Now there is a neighbor for her. And on the northern side, he goes there. And then he does Minpol Nunnadayal Oru Kanniyai. There was a beautiful girl who was having lightning like waist. Such girl, Veruruvam Seidu Vaitha Anba. Oh dear one. You remained together with her, you enjoyed with her together, and then because of that you brought in some visual changes on her form. Due to the enjoyment she got from you, she acquired a beautiful shine. So such one who did that, such Lord, உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்காஞ்சுவன் அம்மம் தரவே. I know who you are. You are able to give such experiences for your devotees. Now, when we talk about, when we see these pastorums and whether the Charitram from Sri Bhagavatam and so on, we see Krishna engaging with cowherd girls, women, and giving enjoyment to them and so on. Now we have to understand one important concept here. Krishna was only very small child when he was in Gokulam. By the time he reached 10 years, when he was 10 years old, he had left Gokulam. So all his leelas, mixing with women, girls, all of these were done in a child mood. It should not be misunderstood, misinterpreted as just bodily lust. It is divine interaction between Jivatma and Paramatma. Paramatma having taken birth as Jivatma, as Krishna, and he is giving enjoyment to the Jivatmas, who are all the gopis. So that is the divine Leela of Krishna. It is not to be misinterpreted or misrepresented as worldly lust. That is not what it is. So here, Krishna gave divine experience to one Gopika. That Gopika was very devoted to Krishna, so Krishna gave her that experience, that uh, supreme bliss of being with Bhagavan. What more we can expect from um, here? Being with Bhagavan and acquiring the great bliss, that itself is desired for us. So, such enjoyment was given by Krishna to that Gopika. So now I have understood your nature. You are able to do all of this being a small child. So I have understood that you are not a small child. You are a supreme person. So I fear to give you food. I fear to feed you, says um, Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Then third pasuram. Kummayathodu vennai vidingi kudathayir saithu parigi பொய்மாய மருதான அசுரரை பொன்றுவித்தின்று நீ வந்தாய். இம்மாயம் வல்ல பிள்ளை நம்பி உன்னை என் மகனே என்பர் நின்றார். அம்மா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. கும்மாயத்தோடு வெண்ணெய் விழுங்கி. Kummayam is a sweet dish. It's actually made out of lentils and jaggery. It is very famous in Alvar Tirunagari, birthplace of Nammalvar. Usually this Kummayam is prepared there. So this even these sweets, they are all local, regional sweets. So this South Divideshams, periyAzhwAr being from the South Dividesham, he is identifying this dish, sweet dish. Kummayathodu vennai vilingi. Along with this Kummayam, consuming the butter. Kudanthayi saithu parigi. And then the curd which was kept in a big pot, the whole pot was filled with curd, and you took that pot and completely drank that. Poimaya Marudu Ana Asurai, the Yamalarjuna trees, they were actually, there are multiple ways this incident is explained in Purvacharya's Charitram, in Purvacharya's explanations. That is, one is Yamalarjuna trees have these devatas, Nalakubera and the second one I forgot actually. Nalakubera and other person. So both of them, um, they were cursed by Narada to remain like that, like a tree. So that is one incident. And then there is another incident which is explained. Two trees were joined together, Manigriva, Nalakubera and Manigriva. So both of them were cursed. That is one incident. And another incident is Kamsa sends demons and they remain as these Maruda trees, that is Yamalarjuna trees. So it is said that Krishna knew that they were demons and he knocked down those demons who were in the trees. So this Poimaya Marudu, that is the demons who were having false nature and bewildering activities by being trees. So those two Marda trees, this Yamalarjuna trees, kontrivitthu to make them fall down and break. Nee indru vandai. You have come here after doing all of these mischiefs. All of these activities were done by you, but you have come here as if you have done nothing, and you are standing in front of me. Immayam valla pillai nambi. Oh, complete one with all these mischiefs, and you are able to do all these mischiefs, all these amazing activities. Unnai, you who are being like this, nindrar, those who don't understand your nature, and they stood there, they all say, En Magane Enbar. They are all saying that you are my own son, who is born from my womb. But that is not the truth. I have understood now that you are not a small child, but you are Sarveshwara himself, who have come and destroyed. You are destroying many demons. I am seeing all of that. From that I can understand that you are no ordinary person. Says Mother Yashoda, Amma. Here Amma means not mother, but Amma means Lord. It is a standard practice. Amma means Lord. Sarveshwarane. One who is Sarveshwara. Unakammam tara anjuman. I will be scared to feed you, says Mother Yashoda in this passaram. Next passaram. Mayyarkan மடவாய்ச்சியர் மக்களை மையன்மை செய்து அவர் பின் போய் கொய்யார் பூந்துகில் பற்றி தனி நின்று குற்றம் பல செய்தாய். பொய்யா உன்னை புறம்பல பேசுவ புத்தகத்து கூட கேட்டேன். ஐயா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. In this passage, Mother Yashoda is saying, Krishna, that I have heard so many complaints about you, I can write a whole book actually. Like Mahabharata, like Bhagavatam, I can write my own book on Krishna's mischiefs based on the complaints received by everyone, says Mother Yashoda in this passage. Mayyar kan madam aichiyar makkalai. Those cowherd girls, they are having obedience and they are having eyes decorated with black pigment. So those cowherd girls, on your matter, மையன்மை செய்து, you made them become bewildered in your matters. They become crazy in your matters. And from those girls, கொய்யார் பூந்துகில், the saris which they are wearing, and they have beautiful fleets, those saris, patri, holding on to that. Our pin poi, you are following those girls, cowherd girls all the time. Tani nindru. But when you go and find a secluded place, you stand there. So they also stand there, wondering why Krishna stood. And pala kutram seidai. You did lot of mischiefs to those girls when they are alone. You give lot of joy to them. Now Mother Yashoda is saying all of this. And she is blaming Krishna. You should not be doing like this. For that, Krishna is asking, did you see all of that? Why are you unnecessarily blaming me? You are always finding fault with me. So Krishna says that. On seeing that, Mother Yashoda is responding, Poya, not only you did mischiefs, but you are also refusing that and you are lying. What a liar you are. Unnai, about you. Puttagattu kuda, to write a book. Pesuva, whatever is spoken about you. Palapuram, many insulting words about you. Everyone is blaming you. Everyone is unhappy with you. You are always teasing others and troubling others. So, I have heard many harsh words. Ketain, with my own ears I heard. It's not that someone heard and told me. I have heard in my own ears, with my own ears. Ayya, oh my Lord, my Father, உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கம்மம் அஞ்சம் தரு உமக்கம்மம் தர அஞ்சுவன். I am fearful to give you food. I have understood about you, says Mother Yashoda in this passaram. Next passaram, முப்போதும் கடைந்து ஈண்டிய வெண்ணையினோடு தயிரும் விழுங்கி கப்பால் ஆயர்கள் காவில் குணர்ந்த கலத்தோடு சாய்த்து பருகி மெய்ப்பால் உண்டு அழு பிள்ளைகள் போல நீ விம்மி அழுகின்ற அப்பா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. Very beautiful pasaram. முப்போதும் கடைந்தேண்டிய வெண்ணையினோடு தயிரும் விழுங்கி. He is consuming all the butter which is extracted by churning in 3 times of the day. In the morning, early morning when the sun is rising, and then midday, and then in the evening when the sun is setting. So the cowherd girls, they are all, and cowherd boys, they are men, they are all churning the milk and taking the curd, and you are stealing all of that. Not only that, ayargal, all the cowherd men, there kappal, with their shoulder carrying kappal kavil. Ka means kavadi, kavadi means a pot which is hanging from a stick which is held on the shoulder. Usually while carrying material, nowadays we have suitcase and all that. Those days they'll tie the entire stock, whatever they have to carry, with a big cloth, and then they will tie that cloth at the end of a stick and they'll carry the stick. So they are carrying all the curd and butter and milk and all of that. All of those kalathodu saithu parigi, with that whole utensil. Krishna enjoyed those materials, drank those curd and butter and eating all of those items. He enjoyed. And after that he became satisfied. His hunger was completed, quenched. And then he starts crying. மெய்ப்பால் உண்டு அழுது பிள்ளைகள் போல விம்மி விம்மி அழுகின்ற. As if he drank mother's milk and not getting enough of it, and then starting to cry. Instead of that, like that, just like how nursing babies, they will cry when they don't get milk. Similarly, you are also crying when you don't get such milk and yogurt and butter and ghee and so on. Appa, oh my Lord, oh great one, உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன், உனக்கம்மம் தர அஞ்சுவன். I have understood about you, hence I will not give milk to you, says Mother Yashoda. Next பாசுரம். சுரும்பார் நீள்வயல் காய் கதிர் சென்னலை கற்றானிரை மண்டித்தின்ன விரும்பா கண்டொன்று கொண்டு விலங்கணி வீழை எறிந்த பிரானே. சுரும்பார் மென்குழல் கன்னி ஒருத்திக்கு சூழ்வளை வைத்து திரியும் அரம்பா, உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன், உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. நீள்வயல் கரும்பார், actually not சுரும்பார், I told சுரும்பார். கரும்பார் நீள்வயல் காய் கதிர் சென்னலை. The fertile fields which are there, which are all very big, they are filled with crops which are as tall as sugar canes. So such crops which are like sugar cane, growing very tall, kandru aanirai mandithinna, all the cows, calves, they were all eagerly eating the grass there. In that group, in that herd of cattle, in the herd of cows, there was one calf which was possessed by a demon. And how is that known for Krishna? Anyway, Krishna will know, but still, when he observes that the calves are not, that calf is not eating the grass, looking at that, he understood that this demon is entered this calf and is trying to kill him. So he picked up that calf. So understanding that that calf is possessed with a demon, he picked up that calf, kondu, having that as the slingshot, which is used to hit distant targets. Having that, Vilanganni Veera, the custard apple trees, is having the custard apples. And there was a demon sitting there, watching out for Krishna to come underneath the tree and thinking to kill him. So Krishna took this calf, which is a demon possessed calf, and threw it on the custard apple, which is again possessed by a demon. And both of the demons got died in that event. So we both of them to fall down and die. Here in the one, where is the Pirane, the great one who threw it across the place and hit the tree. Surumbar Menkudal Kanni Orithiku. Now, such Krishna, after doing all of this, what did he do? He went into a place trying to capture a beautiful girl with a beautiful hair, with a very beautiful curly hair, which is having a lot of beetles, thinking that um, hair to be very um, attractive. And because of the flowers there, the beetles go there to suck the honey from there. So the hair itself is filled with beetles. Such to capture such cowherd girl, Gopika, சூழ்வலை வைத்து தெரியும் அரம்பா. He is having a net which is nothing but his own eyes. This uh, eyes of Krishna is like a net which covers everyone and wraps everyone and captures everyone. So you opened your net so that you can capture this one girl who is very very beautiful and very dear to you. Such aramba means one who is mischievous, one who is engaged in some teasing. Unnai arindu konden, I have understood your nature. You are not normal kid, you are supreme. Unakku ammam tara anjuvan. I get scared to give you food. I will no longer give you food because I am scared. I don't know who you are. You look like you are super capable. You are very superior, says Mother Yashoda in this form, in this pasuram. Next pasuram, Maruttar Menkudal Kondu Podilpukku Vai Vaitu Avvayartham Paadi. சுருட்டார் மென்குழல் கண்ணியர் வந்து உன்னை சுற்றும் தொழ நின்ற சோதி. பொருட்டாயமிலேன் எம்பெருமான் உன்னை பெற்ற குற்றமல்லால் மற்றிங்கு அரட்டா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. Aratta is also mischievous boy only. Here she is saying, oh mischievous boy, I have understood your true nature. I am scared to give you milk anymore. Maruttar மெல் குழல் கொண்டு, one who is having the divine flute in his hand, which will make those who listen be mesmerized and captivated. Podilpukku, having that flute in your hand, you went to this beautiful secluded garden, orchard, which is apt for your sambhogam, the union with the other cowherd girls. So going into that gardens, why wait? Every day he goes to different gardens. He want to attract them in different places and enjoy with them. So that flute, why wait? Placing it in your mouth. Ayartham Paadi, Surultar Melkudal Akkanniyar. In the Gokulam, in the cowherd community, there are girls, cowherd girls, who are having beautiful hair and they are having flowers decorated on their hair and they are being protected by the cowherd boys. They don't want the girls to go out on their own. So such cowherd girls, when he sings this, when he plays the flute, they all come running towards him. Vandu, they all come from their homes. We've heard about the story of Chintayanti. Chintayanti was a very new girl in Krishna Bhakti. She is just developing Krishna Bhakti. One day she hears this flute played by Krishna. She comes out desiring to go to where that flute music is coming from, where Krishna is present. When she comes out, she sees in the hall that all the elders are sitting. So she is unable to go out. She is a little bit new, so she is scared. If it was a well-known Gopika, she will somehow sneak out. But this one is new. So she went back to the kitchen and she was sitting there and crying with great anguish. And that crying uninterruptedly, continuously, that eliminated all her sufferings, all her sins. Because sins lead to suffering. She cried, which is a suffering. All her sins got exhausted. When she first heard the flute sound, she got great bliss. With that, all her punya got exhausted. And once her punya and papa got exhausted, she immediately left her body and reached Krishna. So it's a story which is shown in in Sri Bhagavatam, and the girl's name is not specifically mentioned, but our acharyas call her Chintayanti because she is thinking about Krishna constantly. So, like that, all these girls, they are all going towards Krishna. That girl couldn't go, and she immediately got liberated because her Punya and Papa, both of them got exhausted. But these girls, they were able to go to Krishna somehow. They would even cheat their parents or husband, and they will go to where Krishna is playing flute so that they can enjoy the divine experience. So as they go and surround him and they all worship him, because of that, he acquired great radiance. Because of being with all those beautiful cowherd girls, he got the great radiance. And Emberuman means, oh, one who is our Lord. Unne petra kutramallal. I don't have any other defect in me other than giving birth to you. That is the only fault I have. Because of that, everyone is fighting with me. Because you go and do mischiefs and come back here, they are all coming and scolding me and they are fighting with me. So, other than giving birth to you here, with the people here, மற்ற பொருள் தாயமில்லேன். I don't have any other fight with them. Other than your mischiefs, the complaints I get about you, I don't get any other problem with the gopikas, the cowherd girls. I get along with them very well. But because of you, I am getting all this trouble. Arata, oh, one who is mischievous like this, naughty like this. உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன், உனக்கு அம்மம் தர அஞ்சுவன். I have understood about you, so I am scared to give you this milk, my mother, give you the mother's milk. Next பாசுரம், வாழாவாகிலும் காணகில்லார் பிறர் மக்களை மையன்மை செய்து தோளாலிட்டு அவரோடு திளைத்து நீ சொல்லப்படாதன செய்தாய். கேளார் ஆயர் குலத்தவர் இப்படி கெட்டேன் வாழ்வில்லை நந்தர்காளாய் உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. In this pasuram, Mother Yashoda is becoming very frustrated with Krishna's mischiefs. So she is saying, Vada agilum, even if you are not doing any mischiefs, you are just remaining silent. Because those who don't like your radiance, those who don't like your fame, those kanagillar, they don't want to see you. Even if you don't do any mischiefs, they don't want to see you. When it is like this, நீ பிறர் மக்களை மையன்மை செய்து, but you are going and attracting all the cowherd girls without leaving anyone. And not only that, not only bringing them close to you, attracting them to you, தோளாலிட்டு அவரோடு திளைத்து, you embrace them with your shoulders and you have lot of enjoyment with them. சொல்லப்படாதன, and you are doing activities which cannot be spoken by me. You are so mischievous with those cowherd girls, I cannot even say what you are doing. Those activities செய்தாய், you are doing in their matters. You are continuously doing all these activities towards the cowherd girls. Ayar Kulatavar IppadikkezhwAr. Those who are born in this cowherd clan, especially the elders, leaders, they cannot tolerate listening to such about you. But I have to hear all of those complaints about you. Kettain. I have become a great sinner. Now I am suffering in this world, and I thought I could get peace through you, but I am not getting any peace from you. You are only causing more trouble for me. So I am a great sinner now to enjoy all this, to experience all these sins. வாழ்வில் I cannot live in this town anymore because they are all blaming me only. For all the mistakes you do, they are blaming me. So I cannot live in this town also. Nandarkala, you are submissive towards Nandagopa. Unnai arindu konten. I have understood about you. So I will not give you any mother's milk, says Mother Yashoda. Next பாசுரம், 8th பாசுரம். தாய்மார் மோர்விக்க போவர், தமப்பன்மார் கற்றாநிலை பின்பு போவர். நீ ஆய்ப்பாயிடி இளங்கன்னிமார்களை நேர்படவே கொண்டு போதி. காய்வார்க்கென்று முகப்பனவே செய்து கண்டார் கடறத் தெரியும். ஆயா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. நெக்ஸ்ட் பாசுரம். The cowherd men and women, they go to sell their butter, curd and so on during the daytime. At that time, those mothers, they will keep their daughters as the protection for the butter, curd, buttermilk, milk, everything. They'll keep their daughters as the protection. But Krishna, knowing that once they leave, he'll go there and he'll play with them, he'll tease them, he'll do all mischiefs with them. That is explained here. Taimar morvikka povar. The cowherd mothers, they go and sell buttermilk to different places. That is how in the past it will be. The cowherd girl or women, they'll come to our home. Like milkman coming to our home, these ladies will come and they'll bring buttermilk, milk, and then yogurt, and then butter, and then ghee. All of these they'll bring with them, and they will sell them. Sometimes in the past it was bartering. They'll give some yogurt and they'll get some rice or lentils or something and go. Nowadays, in the past, a little while ago, they would come and give yogurt and buttermilk and all of that, and they'll get something in exchange for that, like cash or whatever. That is what has been happening for in the past. But nowadays, not many cowherd women are coming and selling like that. And it's also interesting. There are certain items which can be prepared outside and accepted. Usually, when anything is processed outside, like boiled or cooked, then we don't accept from outside. We only get raw materials and we cook in our home. And then we offer to Perumal and then we accept. This is how we usually operate. But there are certain products like yogurt, curd, ghee, and then jaggery. These are all prepared outside. But still, Shastram allows us to accept that as it is, as a processed food. So, for example, milk is boiled and then little bit of curd will be added and it becomes fully curd by next morning. And that curd is sold by cowherd girls and we get that and we use it in our cooking also. And we use it in our eating also. But interesting thing is, we cannot get boiled milk from outside. We can get curd and butter and ghee, but not boiled milk because it is not allowed. So similarly, jaggery can be processed and accepted from outside. But other items, like if rice is boiled, sometimes we get boiled rice also. In our Sampradaya, we shouldn't use boiled rice. We should only use raw rice and cook it. In the olden days, they used to get boiled rice at home itself. What they'll do is they'll boil the raw rice for some time until it becomes a little bit soft, and then they will dry it at home itself. And then they will use it for certain like to make porridge and all, they will use Purangal arsi, they say. That is boiled rice. But if it is boiled outside, then we cannot accept boiled rice. So um, here, the reason why I was saying is uh, the cowherd men and women, they go and sell this milk and yogurt and butter and all that, and it's allowed because even though it is processed, it is allowed. That is why I mentioned. So they go and sell it at that time. So here the mothers, they go and sell um, yogurt and buttermilk and all that. Tamapanmar கன்று ஆணிரை பின்பு போவார். The men will go behind the calves and cows for feeding them in the mountain, Govardhan hill. So they will go behind the cows. At that time, ஆய்ப்பாடி இளம் கன்னிமார்களை, Krishna, you'll go to the houses of the young girls, gopikas, நேர்பட, as you pleased, கொண்டு போதி, you go there, you somehow mesmerize them, take them away and take them to a secluded place. காய்வார்க்கு என்று முகப்பனவே செய்து. In this manner, you do these activities, naughty activities, and even those like Kamsa, who are all having enmity towards you, they are inimical towards you, even those enemies, they become happy seeing you do all of these things, because by doing all of this, your nature is exposed outside and they can easily identify you and come and kill you. And also everyone will come to know that Krishna is supreme because he is doing all of these things. So easily they can identify who is Krishna and how we can kill them. So even those who are enemies, they like your activities. Kandar kadara thiri maya. But those who are dear to you, they are um, angry at you because you are troubling them also. Their own daughters, their own cowherd gopikas, you are troubling them. So because of that, even the favorable ones, they are also angry at you, and you are roaming around like this. Such aya means cowherd. Such cowherd, உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன், I have known about you. உனக்கு அம்மம் தர அஞ்சுவன், I am scared to give you food, says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Next pasuram, 9th pasuram. தொத்தார் பூங்குழல் கண்ணி ஒருத்தியை சோலை தடங்கொண்டு புக்கு, முத்தார் கொங்கை புணர்ந்து இரான் ஆழிகை, மூவேடு சென்ற பின் வந்தாய். ஒத்தார் கொத்தன பேசுவர் உன்னை உறப்பவே நான் ஒன்றும் மாட்டேன், அத்தா உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மன் தரவே. Mother Yashoda is saying, I am helpless. How can I scold you? How can I punish you? I don't have any strength. And she is saying this because தொத்தார் பூங்குழல் கண்ணி ஒருத்தியை, beautiful cowherd girl, Gopika, who is accepting flowers from flower bunches. She is taking those flowers and she is decorating her hair with that flowers. தடஞ்சோலை இரா கொண்டு புக்கு, தடஞ்சோலை இரா கொண்டு புக்கு. Such cowherd girl who is wearing these beautiful flowers, தடஞ்சோலை, very vast garden, இரா கொண்டு புக்கு, you took that girl last night. And முத்தார் கொங்கை புணர்ந்து, you embraced her and had union with her, who is having pearl necklace on her bosom. That is how she is decorated beautifully. After enjoying with her, மூவேழு நாழிகை சென்ற பின், after spending 3 yamams, which is a lengthy period of time, whole night pretty much. After spending that time, vandai, you came back home. How naughty of you. You went, stayed out, and then you come back very, very late in the night. Because you are doing all these mischiefs, unnai, about you, ஒத்தார்க்கு ஒத்தனை பேசுவர். All those people, they speak as if they are at liberty to speak whatever they want. So they speak about you in various ways. Even though sometimes you may not have committed mistakes, every mistake will come and fall on your head only. So ஒத்தார்க்கு ஒத்தனை பேசுவர். Whatever they want, they will say. They'll speak. In this manner, not to be blamed by them. உரப்ப நான் ஒன்றும் மாட்டேன். I am unable to control you. I am unable to order you and keep you under check. I am not able to do it. உன்னை அறிந்து கொண்டேன் உனக்கஞ்சுவன் அம்மம் தரவே. I have understood about you, so I will not be able to feed you milk. Because every time I look at you as a child and I want to feed you, deep in my consciousness, I realize that you are Supreme Lord. So I am unable to give this feeding to you, says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Final pasuram. காரார்மேனி நிறத்தெம்பெருமானை கடிகமல் பூங்குழலாய்ச்சி ஆரா இன்னும் முதல்ல தருவன் நான் அம்மந்தாரே நின்ற மாற்றம் பாரார் தொல்புகழான் புதுவை மன்னன் பற்றபிரான் சொன்ன பாடல் ஏறார் இன்னிசை மாலை வல்லார் இருடிகேஷன் அடியாவே. Those who are familiar with these 10 pasarams, those who expertise their skills in these 10 pasarams, they will be able to sing these pasarams continuously, and they will become disciples of Rishikesha Bhagavan, devotees of Rishikesha Bhagavan, says periyAzhwAr in this padigam, in this pasuram. Karar meni nirathi empiranai, my Krishna, who is having dark blackish complexion on his body, such Krishna, Kadigamal Pungalal Aichi, the cowherd girl Yashoda, cowherd woman Yashoda, who is wearing very fragrant flowers. She is wearing fragrant flowers, beautiful clothes and all that because she knows Krishna will come to her. That is why she is decorating herself. So such Mother Yashoda, ஆரா இன்னமுது உண்ண தருவன் நான். Whatever food we offer to you, I will not be able to satisfy. Even though I can feed you for a long time, but I will never become fully satisfied. I want to still enjoy you more and see you more and so on. So ஆரா இன்னமுது உண்ண தருவன் நான். So having the bosom which can keep giving milk to Krishna and still it is desired by Krishna. That is how it is. He is still desiring to eat more and more, or drink more and more. Such me, having known your true nature as Sriman Narayana, again Mother Yashoda doesn't know all of that. periyAzhwAr is saying that, Mother Yashoda is saying that Mother Yashoda is speaking in this way. Ammam Taren, I will not give you food. I am fearful to come and give you food. Endra Matram. In this manner, the words were spoken. Those words, Swanna, mercifully spoken by Parar Tolpugaran, the Vishnu Chitta Swami periyAzhwAr, who is having fame all over the world. The moment he became famous in the Madurai king's court, he became known everywhere. So having all the greatness, all the fame, Puduvai Mannan Patrabiran Padal. Puduvai means Srivilliputturu, the controller, the leader of Srivilliputturu, that is periyAzhwAr, his pasurams, Yerar Innisai Malai Vallar. These pasurams are both poetic as well as musical. Such combination, beautiful combination is there. And this is like a garland of words. Unlike garland of flowers, we are seeing here garland of words. Those who are able to recite these pasurams, Iridikeshan Adiyar, they become the devotees of Rishikesha Bhagavan. They become the servitors of Rishikesha Bhagavan. Here the concept of Rishikesha is because they will have self-control. Because Rishikesha means one who controls the senses. Rishika means senses, Isha means controller. So Rishikesha means one who controls senses, not just his senses. He controls everyone's senses. That is the greatness of Bhagavan. Becoming a servitor of such Krishna, such Rishikesha, is the benefit of those who are able to recite these pasurams with beautiful music, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Thus ends the decade where Mother Yashoda became frightened to feed Krishna because she observed his activities which reflects his supremacy. So she became scared and she said, I'm not going to feed you anymore. And then she starts feeding again, but for momentary fear she got, and then that got removed by Krishna also. Usually, whenever Krishna shows these great leelas, Mother Yashoda becomes thoughtful and thinks, oh, maybe Krishna is supreme. And then momentarily, Krishna will make her forget again. So that is what is happening throughout. So here we enjoyed this Padigam, which spoke about this particular Leela of um, Mother Yashoda getting scared to feed Krishna. So that is this Padigam. In the next session, we will see the next Padigam. ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், காஞ்சி சுவாமி திருடிகளே சரணம். பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு பல கோடி நூறாயிரம் அல்லாண்டு தின்றோள் மணிவண்ணாவும் சேவடி செவிதற் காப்படியும் ஓடும் நோடும் பெருவின் ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் நின்வளமார்ந்தில் வாழ்கின்ற முகையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் சோதி வளத்துறையும் சுடர் ஆழியும் பல்லாண்டு படைப்போர் புக்கும் முழங்கும் அப்பாஞ்ச சன்னியமும் பல்லாண்டு.